What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your guy, DeMarcus Tunstall. Thank you for coming to the Beta Project here. Remember, you can always follow me on YouTube at Humble and Focused. Feel free to search us and find us. And the Beta Project is here to help us with our daily lives to get to the next level. That's all it is. Simple as that. So today's video is, have you quit already? 80%. And I just want to warn people, this video is not going to be the nice, uplifting video that you normally are used to getting from me. Today, I'm going in on you and on myself. You need to understand, ladies and gentlemen, I spend a lot of time being real kind, but kind words sometimes get lost on certain people. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but today's not a day for kindness. Today is a day for action. And so we're going to get into it, we're going to get into you, we're going to get into me, and we're going to make something happen. So, the reason I say this is not a nice day, because obviously you got this word loser is going to pop up a lot here. Some people will turn it off because they see the word loser. I'm going to tell you right now, it's amazing what offends you. Pay attention to what offends you. If you do not feel like a loser, the word loser will not affect you. If you are not fat, the word fat will not affect you. If you're not dumb, the word dumb will not affect you. What affects us is what we actually adhere to or what we claim to be true in our lives. So if you claim it to be true in your life, then you're going to get mad and upset about it. So pay attention. If right now the word loser that I keep saying is affecting you, like, oh, I can't believe you're going to call me a loser, then you need to focus in on why do you feel like you are a loser. So here we go. Today's quote by Robert Kiyosaki is the first one, author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, amazing book. You must read it. It says, losers quit until they fail, winners fail until they succeed. I love this quote because it talks about failure and what failure is perceived to be. Each one of us, depending on what level of life you are in, will perceive failure a different way. Winners use that failure as fuel. Losers quit when they fail. So let's get into the video. Let me show my face. How you doing? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your guy, DeMarcus. So here's what we're going to talk about, right? So have you quit already? 80%. So I had to do this video. I was going to do something else along the lines of failure and success. That might be a different video on a different day, but I had to do this video today because it is January 31st, 2019. All right, yes. Hooray, we've been alive in 2019 for 31 days. Are you excited? I know you are. Now, let's talk about December 31st, 2018. Whenever you're dancing on the dance floor, baby, oh my gosh, baby, I'm having such a good time. Let's make New Year's resolutions. Okay, baby, let's do it. And so you make these resolutions. Baby, I'm going to lose all this weight. Baby, I'm going to go to the gym every day. I'm going to eat healthy. Man, I'm going to do it with you, baby. Baby, it's going to be so great. We're going to be so healthy. We're going to make some more money. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to travel more. We're going to live more. We're going to read more. We're going to be more. Hooray! Hooray! So now it's January 31st. It's 31 days after you decided to go after your dream. To go after something that was important to you. The problem is, I found a quote. The quote that says 80% of people who have made a New Year's resolutions have quit by January 31st, the end of January. So I want you to think about those New Year's resolutions, because those are powerful. You know, resolutions mean that they're, never gonna go away. I want you to think about those New Year's resolutions you made. Have you already quit? Have you quit already? Have you quit? See, the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, often we quit these things because we make resolutions in the moment. That's why I told you at the beginning, in the middle of December, I was like, don't start a New Year's resolution on December 31st because it's not a you need to start it right now. Stop playing with it. Get up and get to work. Get up and start going towards what you want. So when that day hits, then all of a sudden it's a new year, and that's going to make you a new you. Then you have a better default. See, the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, when I started losing my weight, I started in October for my New Year's resolution to get to 215 by 225. Sorry, 223, my birthday, right? So I did that to put the foundation in place so that when it came down to December 31st, I already knew what my goal was because I've already been working towards it. But that's why when most people start their New Year's resolution on January 1st, they quit it by January 31st because it's not ingrained in them. They never changed the default. All they said were some words. All they did is write down some words or post it on Facebook. They didn't do anything differently inside of them other than work a little bit. But the problem is with New Year's resolutions, they get hard. You know, because what New Year's resolution is actually saying is I'm going to change. What I know and what you know is change isn't easy. Therefore, New Year's resolutions are not easy. So we're putting all our faith in the fact that New Year's resolutions are going to change us because the new year hit. But in all reality, change isn't going to be easy. And most of us quit. We have a bad day and we get tired and we don't want to go to the gym. We have a headache and we don't feel like cooking the right foods. We got up late, so we didn't read our books. Now, all these different things are things that people do for New Year's resolutions. There's a whole list of things that people do for New Year's resolutions. I could have listed that here. But the idea behind this is it doesn't matter what you do and what your New Year's resolution was, but did you quit already? Are you a part of the 80%? Because you made the New Year's resolution out of emotion, but the emotion wasn't enough to keep you going. You didn't put enough fuel in your car. You didn't put enough fuel in your car because a New Year's resolution is temporary. January 31st is a temporary date. It only happens one time. So for you to actually go to get a New Year's resolution, ladies and gentlemen, what you needed to do is you needed to change your default. You need to set in stone what you actually wanted and get to work on that and say, it's not a resolution that I'm going for. This is a life change I'm going for. So who's failed? I failed in a couple places. Not gonna lie, I can't be mad. I'll tell you about my failure. So I started 2 book clubs. And one of the things I want to do is read 1 book a month. And right now I'm reading 3 books because I had these book clubs. The people in my book club just started falling off. And it slowed down my reading because they wanted to reschedule for another time. So I'd read my part and I'd wait for them. And then all of a sudden I noticed that, and this is recently I'm starting to notice this, that I'm utilizing my time and letting what my success would be and what I wanted to have happen for 2019, I'm letting other people's actions dictate how my success is going to go. You get what I'm saying here? For example, how many of you said, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym with my friend and we're gonna go every single day, or I'm gonna go to the gym with my man or my woman every single day and we're gonna lose his weight, right? And then all of a sudden your friend doesn't show up one day, so you make a decision not to go. Or your friend doesn't believe in you one day and is like, I'm not feeling it, and just doesn't want to go. And all of a sudden you take on the same mannerisms as your friend. That's what happened with me in book club. People don't have the same vision as you, even if they align themselves with your vision. They're just doing it because it's something to do and they really want something, but they don't want. See, the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, there's a difference between what you want and what you want to work for. What you want is just thought. You can think about what you want all day long, but what you want to work for, what you're willing to put the energy and sweat into and continuously go for, those are 2 separate things. One's thought, one's action. So in my book clubs, I have 2 book clubs, one in the daytime, one at nighttime. Both of them, I have people who've fallen off or not reading or doing their jobs in their own aspect, because whatever they decided for their life, they want to go out and party, they want to drink, they have to go to work, it's too tiring. I'm gonna tell you right now, listen, you don't really need that much sleep. If you really want it, you could sleep later. But the idea behind this, ladies and gentlemen, is that their success and what they wanted wasn't as strong as what I wanted, but I allowed their lack of resolve. See, the difference is a resolution and a resolve. Resolve, nothing's stopping you on resolve. So I let their reactions and their resolutions affect my resolve. So I've got to keep going. I've got to be able to let go of the dead weight that people, and I'm sorry if somebody's on here that used to be in my book club. I love you guys. Come back. But I can't allow your lack of deciding to step forward and be who you want to be and who you truly believe you need to be. I've seen changes in all of you, and because the books that we've read and the conversation that we have. But the thing is, change is hard, including internal change. So when we're changing in these book clubs, you're putting something else in you. And that means you have to adjust your other life. But you can't let go of your other life to get there. So the question is, are you resolved? Are you having a resolution? Resolutions are temporary. Resolve never stops, right? So think about it. Are you losing your resolve because of the fact that somebody else outside of you who you thought wanted the same success as you decided to drop off the face of the earth? I told you, I'm not being nice today. This is for you and for me. I'm going to go back and watch this percent. 80%, ladies and gentlemen, 20% have stuck to their New Year's resolutions. If you got a 20 on a test, you would fail. If you got on a plane and they said, hey, 20% of the time we make it to our destination, would you get on that plane? No. But you don't hold yourself to the same regard. E.T. says, you owe you an apology. And I believe that is so true. I need to apologize to DeMarcus. I am sorry that I did not keep up with what I said I was going to do because I allowed other people to dictate my actions. It won't happen again because I know what you deserve and I know what the world needs from you. So for you to do that, for you to let somebody else dictate what your future will be, you're failing yourself. And by failing yourself, that means you can't help others. So you're letting other people affect how you affect others. You will no longer be doing that. You will get to work. You're going to have 3, 4, 5 books. Actually, you know what? I'm going to have 4 books done by February, by the end of February. That's my resolve. That's my resolve. Not my resolution. That's my resolve. Because resolve's in here. All right? So that is number 1. Here we go. Number 2. Effort only fully releases itself or releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not willing to put in the work and continue with it, then the result and the reward will not be yours. This is simple. Napoleon Hill wrote Think and Grow Rich, another book that you need to read. Effort only fully releases itself. So the times that you went to the gym and you didn't see any result or any change, that's because you didn't go long enough to reap the rewards because you quit. After a person refuses to quit. See, here's the thing about it, ladies and gentlemen. Life's going to get hard, but you got to get in there and get after it. So when you're ready to quit, you keep going and then the reward shows up. Imagine if reward shows up when people started quitting, right before people started quitting. Everybody would have everything they wanted, right? But the idea behind this is that life wants, the universe, life, God, anything that you want to describe, wants to see how serious you are with the things that you're describing, right? And so by doing that, what it's going to do is it's going to test you. All right, let's see if she quits. Oh, she didn't quit? Give her the 6-pack abs. Oh, let's see if she quits. Oh, she didn't quit? Okay, give her that $1 million she wants so she can donate. Oh, did he quit? No? Okay, cool. Oh, let him open up that successful company. He'll take it to the moon. But the thing is, we get to that point of quit. Behind that quit lies the reward. But people come up against that quit wall and just like Mario, just fall, you know? But when you go over that wall and go past that failure point, that's when the success happens. That's when reward shows itself. Because effort only fully releases, meaning that it allows it to happen. Meaning if you have something and you release it, you have a hold on it. Effort will fully only let go of its reward to you after you refuse. You say, I'm not going to quit. Beautiful. To the next one. Here we go. This one, people may not like me for this. Failure defeats losers. I'm sorry. I told you this wasn't a nice one. Failure defeats losers, but it inspires winners. It's amazing to me. If you focus in and pay attention, ladies and gentlemen, on everything that's going on in life, 80% of people are losers in this particular situation. And like I said, I know you guys don't want to hear it because it's not me and I'm calling people names, but I'm not really calling anybody a name. It's like we don't want to call a black cat a black cat. We don't want to call a car a car. Why? Because it's not nice. Oh no, we have to be politically correct. Man, screw that. In all reality, ladies and gentlemen, if you quit, you are a loser. If you keep going, you will win. The reason I know that is because if you quit in the middle of a game, you lose. If you lose and you are of losing, then that makes you a loser. Now, there's a difference between failure and losing. They didn't say failure is losing. They said failure defeats losing and losers. You get what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted, ladies and gentlemen. Don't look at this and be like, oh, he's calling me names. No, failure defeats losers and inspires winner. Failing, like you failing to do, like if you've already quit and you're that 80%, failing doesn't make you a loser. Because failure creates something in certain people. Failure puts in roots with certain people. Failure drops the hammer down on certain people and makes them wake up. Failure can be your best friend. But if you're weak, mentally, emotionally, physically, failure will defeat you and cause you to create a loss. Now, you have a choice, ladies and gentlemen. You can win. You can be weak as all get out. But the thing is, weak people quit. But the strong continue. It doesn't matter how frail you are. I'm watching video after video of people going through things where they were walking and beautiful and gorgeous, and all of a sudden, all of their abilities are taken away from them in an instant. And they didn't quit. They got up, they started working out, and then they're walking themselves out because they couldn't move at one point in time. They had to get help them just to move their arm. They couldn't pick up a gallon of milk. And all of a sudden now they're walking themselves up out of the hospital. See, that's the difference, man, because they're not a failure. The failure hit but it didn't create them as a loser. It inspired them to win. So the question is, all those failures that you keep having, or that failure of you not succeeding because you wanted to lose this weight, but you weren't willing to keep with it because your friend quit, all these failures are creating you as a loser. But you're not a loser. But you're allowing circumstances to dictate what your future will be. You get what I'm saying? I hope you do. I hope you follow me. And I got one more. I've been preaching here. I got a little high. I got to take this off. Boy, I'm getting hot. Woo! So let me go ahead and pull this back up here and take me off. And the last thing I want to say to you is this. This is important. I'll be getting off here. It's a slow process, ladies and gentlemen. Anything that you're going for, it's a slow process. If working out was instantaneous, everybody would have a six-pack because they would go in the gym for one day and all of a sudden they come out of the gym and now they're fly as can be and they're walking out shirtless all around the world, right? But it's a process. And you see that with people who are actually going through it because they're working hard, they're eating right, they're putting in the time, they're using no excuses, and they're moving forward. It's a slow process, but quitting won't speed up the process. And you know what? I wish they had another piece at the bottom of this that says literally, quitting will stop the process. There's a difference between being slow and being stopped. The tortoise and the hare, the tortoise was slow. He didn't quit. He was slow. And if he would have quit, it would have stopped the process and he never could have won the race. You get what I'm saying? So don't think that, ladies and gentlemen, just because your process is slow, that your ending result will be any less. As a matter of fact, once you hit a certain point, remember I was talking before, and I was like, you come to that wall of failure, of that quitting right there, and you hit it. Once you hit this wall, if you could get over it, that's usually when the speed hits. Have you ever known, anybody who's ever worked out, have you ever noticed that you can't lose the weight, you can't lose the weight, you can't lose the weight, and all of a sudden, you know, it's harder, you're like, I don't understand, and all of a sudden the weight just falls off of you, and you don't know where it came from. Think and Grow Rich talks about that. He goes, once you get something, and he talks about the money, once abundance comes, it comes like a wave, like a tidal wave hitting you, and it doesn't stop once you open up those gates. And you're wondering where it's been all along. Well, the reason you don't get it is because you have to prove, once again, let me go and go to it. It only allows you to get that reward after you refuse to quit. After that point hits where you walk up into that wall and you refuse to quit. So ladies and gentlemen, all I need you to think about is this. One, let's go through them. One, effort will only release itself, and effort will only release its reward after a person refuses to quit. So don't quit, number one. Got it, done. Number two, losers quit when they fail. Winners fail to succeed. Both of them will lose, but the problem is one of them ends up quitting with nothing. The other one ends up with success. Which one will you be? Two, boom. Third, failure defeats losers, but it inspires winners. So which one are you going to let? You're going to have failures in life, ladies and gentlemen. Failures are going to happen. What are you going to do to allow your failures to? What are you going to use your failures for? See, the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, some people see a tree in the woods and they're sad. Some people see a tree falling in the woods, they're really sad about, oh, the tree died. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? But some people see the tree fell in the woods, and they see lumber. They see another house. They see fire that they can warm themselves during the cold nights. So the question is, ladies and gentlemen, that failure is going to happen. That tree is going to fall. What will you see when that tree falls? What you need to look at. And last but not least here, ladies and gentlemen, it's a slow process. But quitting won't speed up the process. So keep going, because it's yours to give. It's yours to have, but you have to be serious about it. Now, I told you what mine was. I told you what I quit. So now I've got to step up and get forward, because the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, here's the difference. You could quit something. You could quit something. But if I don't stay in that quitting zone, ladies and gentlemen, I can still find success. See, the thing is about quitting is a point, a temporary point. You notice when I said they get to this point, right? This gets to this point and they stop. But that does not mean they cannot start all over again and go at it again. You know, we get daily failures. People quit daily. Don't let a daily failure, one time you don't eat right during the day, don't let a daily failure, one time you don't go to the gym, don't let a daily failure, one time you don't do something, read that book, or do whatever you're going to do, or make that money, or do something to make that money. Don't let a daily failure ruin your whole year. And so you got to wait till December 31st, 2019 to indulge in your New Year's resolution. Don't wait that long. Think about it. How many times have you been in a weight situation where you're trying to lose weight and you're not eating right, and you miss one day, 1 minute, you eat the wrong thing, and you say, well, I didn't do it today, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to give up. I've done it. I failed on that. And then the next day, you're like, well, I ate bad yesterday, so I might as well quit until the end of the week. I've done it. Or, yeah, I ate bad for this whole week. Man, I might as well wait till Monday to, it's the weekend, I'm going to eat it. Yeah. I've done it. So we let daily failures, we let a failure in 1 second, a choice that we make in 1 second, or an action we let in 1 second dictate how our day goes. And we let that one day create a week's worth of failures. And we let that week's worth of failures keep us until December 2019. If you're the same weight you were last year when you're trying to lose weight, it should tell you something. You need to reset yourself. You need to be true and honest with yourself. Stop playing around, stop BSing yourself, and be honest and true to yourself and say, wait a second here. There is something I'm not doing right. I'm not giving of myself wholeheartedly. I'm not putting my all into this. I don't have resolve. I have a resolution which dissipates, but I don't have resolve. Resolve cannot be shaken and not stirred. That's all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you, look, man, I'm telling you, there's something big. Don't let a daily failure ruin your whole year. You can get to work again. You choose when you want to work and when you don't. You choose when to make it happen. It's your choice. So why are you letting yourself fail? Why are you quitting? And why are you not starting again once you quit? You can always start again. That's the great thing about life. If you're breathing, right? I can start again. That's all you need to know. You quit, okay, great. You're breathing, start again. Because the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, if you can breathe all the way to December 31st, 2019, that means you're going to have a New Year's resolution, which means you're probably going to be the same. Don't be the same next year. Be able to say, I made it through this whole year. I am different, and now I'm stronger inside, so my next New Year's resolution will not be like my last New Year's resolutions in the past. Don't let anything, because, things are going to come in your life, they're going to hit you in your mouth. Mike Tyson says, everybody's got a plan until they get hit in the mouth. When the money looks funny. When your car's taken away, when you're booted out of your house, when you can't find the money to pay for your bills, for your food, when it's cold outside, when it's hot outside, when you're hungry, when you're tired, when your kids ain't acting right, when you got to do too many things. There's always going to be something that punches you in your mouth. Everybody gets hit in the mouth. But the most people, the 20% of people, not the most, the 20% of people who have resolution in their heart, those are the people that will not fail. And ironically enough, if we could take that essence and bottle it up and sell it, I promise you, it would be the trillion, billion, quadrillion dollar industry, because everybody needs that piece of them. So go after it, ladies and gentlemen. Go out and get it. Stop playing with it. It ain't a game. Don't give any excuses. Don't worry about what your friends doing, because they aren't you, even if they have the same dreams and goals. I was watching The Rock show yesterday, the Titan Games, and one of the girls, she had a heart problem. They were going to cut her open and give her open heart surgery. But they said, if you go start weightlifting and you start exercising and treat your body, your heart like a muscle, you can survive and live. You want to do this. This girl won the games. Won that day of the games. That's like, do you understand like what it takes not to quit? The only time you don't want to quit is when your life is at stake? It needs to be more. But the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, that is a great reason not to quit. But you also need to have every other resolution you are willing to utter out of your mouth be the exact same. The same power, the same intensity, the same resolve. Touch your chest. Do this. Resolve. I got resolve. Tell me what you're resolving. I resolve to read the books that I'm going to read. I resolve to get the weight off by February 23rd, I want to be 215 pounds. I resolve that. I resolve to help more people. I resolve to be a better man. I resolve to make more money so I can help more people. I resolve these things. Now, what is your resolve? And that's what I want you to focus on. Don't worry about the word resolution. Don't worry about the fact that you failed in January and you couldn't get it through, because guess what? February happens tomorrow, and that's a new day. You like even days. You like starting at the beginning. Okay, February 1st, let's go. Let's go. February 1st. Dang, I'm channeling my inner ET right now, and Inky Johnson. I'm bouncing around like a crazy person. Hope y'all feeling this. I hope you get me. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, to be honest with you, it's not an easy process. It's a slow process. But in the end, you will win if you continue with the process. And that's all I have for you. Remember, I believe and I love in each and every one of you, and you are all winners. Don't let yourself classify you as a loser or someone else classify you as a loser, because you're not. But you got to stop quitting things. You got to stay in it. You got to be in it, and you got to run it to the end. Have you ever seen a guy run a race and just stop the race? Usain Bolt can't be the fastest man in the world if he runs a race and then stops. Say, you know what? Nah, it's too far. I ain't gonna run that. I saw a video of a guy who was running a race and popped his hamstring, and he's trying to crawl to the end. His dad came up and helped him, and they actually went to the end together. Every time I see that, it brings tears in my eyes because he didn't quit. The spirit of quitting was not within this man, and he was a champion in the hearts of many, not because he won the race. It doesn't matter if you win first, but you got to finish the race to win. And the winner is the one who finished the race. Being the last place at the Olympics means you're really fast. So don't quit, ladies and gentlemen. It's your choice to quit. It's your choice to give up, or it's your choice to keep going. I choose the latter. What will you choose? Have you quit already? Are you part of the 80%? If you are, it's time to make a change. February 1st is tomorrow. Restart your engine. It's time to go. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a blessed day. Goodbye. Woo! Got me sweating in here.